Now, one of the forms that is required prior to getting your property listed on the MLS is going to be called the Residential Listing Agreement. And today, I'm going to help you go through that form, see what the seller, like yourself, needs to complete prior to getting your property listed on the MLS in the fastest amount of time. This listing agreement was provided by the Texas Association of Realtors. As you can see, this is a residential real estate listing agreement, exclusive right to sell. And at the end of this, I'm going to show you what addendum you need to sign so that it's not going to be an exclusive right to sell, that you are in complete control of your own listing, sell your property by yourself, and pay 0% commission. Only pay the flat fee listing to the listing agent to have your property listed on the MLS. The listing agreement consists of 8 pages. And this is page 1, paragraph 1, which is going to be the parties involved in the listing agreement. The highlighted part is what is going to be required for you to complete the seller. Seller's name, address, where they currently reside at, city, state, and zip code, a good contact number, and a fax number if you have one, and then we also need an email address from you. Right below that is going to be the listing broker's information, the name, address, city, state, and zip code as well. Both parties will need to have that completed to have your property listed on the MLS. Paragraph 2 of the listing agreement is going to be the property location. In this part, we need the lot number, block number, the subdivision in which the property is located at, also the city and the county, and then again at the bottom right here it says Texas known as. Also, we just need the address again. For example, 123 Main Street, and then the zip code, which is required as well. If you have any questions on this part, if you're not able to pull up the information, you could definitely ask your listing broker that will help you complete this part for you. You could also find this information at your local tax office. You could look right online, put your property address in there, and it'll give you a detailed, basically this information that you're needing, lot number, block number, and so on. The next part of the listing agreement is going to be part E in paragraph 2, and this, if your property is required to have a homeowners association, you will need to check the first box. If your property is not subject to mandatory membership to homeowners association, then you do not. You just basically check number 2, the second box, and move on to the next page. Now that we're moving on, page 2 of the listing agreement, paragraph number 3 is going to ask you the listing price that you would like to have your property listed on the MLS, and you just input that information right here, whatever price you would like your property to be listed. And then we go to paragraph number 4, and this is going to let us know what the term of the listing agreement, how many months, when the listing agreement will start, and when the listing agreement is going to end. And the listing agent will take care of this for you. You do not have to worry about that. Once you have completed all the forms and you send it back to them before they submit it on the MLS, then they will go ahead and complete the listing date and what time, the listing begin date and the finish date as well. Then we go to paragraph number 5, and this is going to be the fee that you provide the listing agent to have your property listed on the MLS. Traditionally, brokers will charge the 3%, but we're not doing that. We're going with the optional plan, which is going to be, in this case, the $138 flat fee MLS listing service. Your broker will complete this part for you. I just wanted to show you so you'll be able to see what it looks like. Then we go on to the next page. This is going to be page 3 of the listing agreement. As we're moving down on page 3, we go to paragraph number 6. This is going to let you know that the broker is going to list your property on the MLS after receiving your forms no later than 5 days. But With our services, we list your property within 24 hours after receiving your listing agreements. All right, we're moving down on page 3. Paragraph number 7, it continues to page 4. Number B, this is going to be a scheduling company that will, if the plan that you choose has a company, for example, CSS, which stands for Centralized Showing System. This is a third-party company in which buyer's agents will call to schedule an appointment to show your property, so that you don't have to be there, you don't have to answer every phone call in case someone would like to show your property within a matter of minutes or the following day. We're moving on to part number C of paragraph 7. Again, if the plan that you decided to go with comes with a lockbox, your broker will go ahead and put a check mark at the first box. If the plan that you decide to go with does not have a lockbox, and then of course the broker will go ahead and check the second box, which states that the broker is not authorized to place the key box on your property. We're moving down to paragraph 8 on page 4, and this part is going to be the percent that you would like to offer a buyer's agent in case they provide a buyer to purchase your property. Like I said, you could pay anywhere between 1 to 3% to have your property listed. If you're going to, let's say, put the traditional 3%, each of the lines, part A and part B, you will need to go ahead and put the 3% in there. If you're going to do 2%, then of course you'll do 2% on each of the part A and part B. Paragraph number 9 on page 4 talks about intermediary status. This basically, the first paragraph in which it is checked, allows your listing agent to show your property to potential buyers to help you sell your property in the fastest amount of time. If you do not want your listing agent to show your property, then you will check number B, which says, you will go ahead and then check box number B, which states that the listing agent does not have the right to show your property to other potential buyers in case anyone is interested in looking at it. We move along. Page 5 is going to be really the last page, which requires any kind of completion by the seller, like yourself, to have your property listed. But another quick thing I want to go over real quick, at the bottom of each and every page, I will need to have the initials of either the seller or sellers of the property. And then of course I will go ahead and put my initial for the broker or associate once I receive the completed forms by the seller. I'm going to go ahead and go to page number 8. That is going to be the last page in which I'm going to need signatures from both the sellers or seller, and that's going to go at the bottom, and I'm going to need a signature. Now I'm just going to need a signature and a date of the seller. Before you do sign the listing agreement, it is recommended that you read the listing agreement carefully. If you have any questions or if you do not understand the listing agreement, consult an attorney if you have one. Get an attorney if you do not understand the listing agreement to make sure you understand everything before you sign it and send it back to the listing agent to have your property listed on the MLS. Now, like I had explained at the beginning of this, there is an addendum that needs to be signed as well, which will allow you as a seller to sell your property without having to pay any kind of commission to the listing agreement if you find your own buyer. Basically, it allows you to sell your property for sale by owner. Now, this is going to be the addendum that is required to get your property listed without having to pay the traditional 3% to the listing agent. It is called the Exclusive Agency Addendum to Listing. Your broker, your listing agent, will provide this information to you prior to getting your property listed. It's just a simple one page, and all you have to do is come down to the bottom and just sign and date your name. Again, it's going to be the signature of the seller or landlord just a quick signature and date, which allows you to sell your property by owner. And now, if you have any other questions in regards to the listing agreement or to any flat MLS listing options that we do provide, please give us a call, toll free, 888-PLUG-IN-8. My name is Edwin. I am a licensed realtor in the state of Texas. I'll be happy to help you with any kind of questions that you do have. Again, that phone number is 1-888-PLUG-IN-8, or you can visit our website at www.pluginrealty.com.